some divides on who receives this in what ways, right? Like, I think the divide has been as much on racial lines as anything I've seen, really a topic in sports that I've dealt with in the last couple of years. But it's not divided in such a way where it's like every white person is on the opposite side of Colin Kaepernick. That's not the case at all. But all the people who seem to be vehemently opposed to what he said do appear to be white.
In August, Trump told a conservative Seattle radio talk show he thinks Kaepernick's actions are terrible, and the San Francisco 49ers quarterback should find another country to live in. Now, after that comment and Trump's debate performance, Kaepernick had this to say.
He always says, make America great again. Well, America's never been great for people of color. And, you know, that's something that needs to be addressed. Let's make America great for the first time.
As for who he will vote for in November, Kaepernick says he's not impressed with either candidate.
The two presidential candidates that we currently have also represent the issue that we have in this country right now. I mean, you have Hillary, who's called black teens or black kids super predators. You have Donald Trump, who's openly racist. We have a presidential candidate who's deleted emails and done things illegally and is a presidential candidate. That doesn't make sense to me, because if that was any other person, you'd be in prison. So what is this country really standing for?
There was an article today, it was reported, that NFL owners don't want to pick him up because they don't want to get a nasty tweet from Donald Trump. Do you believe that?
Kaepernick kneeling to protest social injustice and police brutality. The quarterback is now a free agent and he's still unsigned. ABC's Chris Conley is in Los Angeles with more. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Michael. Very much at the center of things, Colin Kaepernick let the protests speak for him this weekend. His actions part of a resurgence in social activism by high-profile athletes who in the past have taken the lead in sparking discussion, especially in the area of race. For Colin Kaepernick, it began a year ago with the hope of sending a message, kneeling during the national anthem to protest racial injustice. This weekend, he saw his message and his means of conveying it command the attention of the nation and his president.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now?
Yet unsigned by any NFL team, Colin Kaepernick himself could be found not on the field where he said he wants to be, telling a columnist last week, "I'm ready right now, working out daily."
I think Kaepernick is better than some of these starting quarterbacks in this league? Absolutely.
Kaepernick, now a part of a sports activism tradition stretching back decades. At the 1968 Summer Olympics, U.S. medalists Tommie Smith and John Carlos on the podium.
This is a tradition in the African-American community. This is a tradition across the country. We've always had athletes to use their platforms to speak out around issues of social justice.
Also in the 60s, Muhammad Ali, a voice for black empowerment and dissent.
You won't even stand up for me in America for my religious beliefs, and you want me to go somewhere and fight, but you won't even stand up for me here at home.
Billie Jean King would become a leader of the women's movement. In 2016, the WNBA's Minnesota Lynx donning Black Lives Matter shirts. And in an unprecedented role for the best player in an American team sport, LeBron James embracing social activism in public statements, on social media, even on the court itself.
It's time to look in the mirror and ask ourselves, what are we doing to create change?
Also this weekend, the ACLU tweeting out a line from the memoir of Jackie Robinson, perhaps our nation's most revered athlete for breaking baseball's color line. Writing in 1972, "I cannot stand and sing the anthem."
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out. He's fired. He's fired! You know, some owner's gonna do that. He's gonna say, that guy that disrespects our flag, he's fired. They're ruining the game, right? They're ruining the game.
Thousands of stranded tourists and Puerto Ricans have filled the international airport, hoping for a seat on a commercial airline to get off the island. Many of the passengers are frustrated because of the lack of food and water and the sweltering heat. That frustration also extends to other goods and services, such as fuel supplies. Puerto Ricans have been queuing for hours for petrol to supply their vehicles and generators. Doctors and nurses are also struggling as they try to treat thousands of patients. Lack of fresh water is expected to increase gastrointestinal diseases and viral infections.
Well, I wasn't preoccupied with the NFL. I was ashamed of what was taking place because to me that was a very important moment. I don't think you can disrespect our country, our flag, our national anthem. To me, the NFL situation is a very important situation. I've heard that before about was I preoccupied. Not at all. Not at all. I have plenty of time on my hands. All I do is work. A thing called the Atlantic Ocean. This is tough stuff.
Sir, Mayor Cruz of San Juan is on the line.
I was expecting this phone call. Yes, Mayor, you wanted to talk to me?
Yes, Mr. President, I'm so glad to have you on the phone. I'm begging you. Puerto Rico needs your help.
I hear you loud and clear, and you called the best person for the job. We're going to get you more help to you. We'll get you immediately, probably by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest.
Mr. President, that's not good enough.
Well, you should have paid your bills. If you know this, but you're in an island in the water.
But the difference is this is an island sitting in the middle of an ocean.
The ocean water, big ocean.
And it's a big ocean. It's a very big ocean.
With fishies and bubbles and turtles that bite.